All right, good evening and welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament post-game press conference. With us now is Morgan State head coach Kevin Brodus and players Cameron Hobbs and Will Thomas. We'll begin with opening remarks from our head coach, followed by questions from the media.
You know, when you lose to a team twice during the regular season, you know, you doubt a lot of things about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. But then at some point it clicked in and said, you know what, let's just leave it out there. We give it all we got. You have to win a championship, you got to go through the champions. And they were last year's champions. Them in Norfolk is champion this year, plus they was regular season last year. And there's no better script for us, you know. And I take my hat off to that Howard team. They fought through adversity, you know, and it's a good ball club. Kenny is a good friend of mine. You know, he grew up in my neighborhood. It's threefold. Blake Harper, when I coached at Georgetown, he was at our camp since he was a baby. I've known him since his mother and father, Snoop and Linda, God rest her soul. And Marcus Dockery. I recruited the kid to Maryland, so it's a lot of family on that side. You know, it's bittersweet, but it's always sweet when you come out on the winning side, especially in the tournament. So you got to put your personal feelings aside. And, you know, I'm just happy for these guys and the rest of the team to persevere through, you know, because we could have easily gave it away. You know, we've been famous our last 4 or 5 games. You know, we've been up double digits with a minute to go in every game, and we won 2, and we lost 1 at Coppin last week. So, you know, I scratch my head, you know, but it feels a lot better when you win. So take my hat off to a good Howard team, and just like I told them, win and play tomorrow, win in advance.
Now we'll open it up to the media. Over in the corner.
Cameron, walk us through the array of emotions you're feeling after that win. You know, looking like Howard about to come back. Like, walk us through the array of emotions.
Like Coach said, it's been a lot of games we've been up at the end of the game, and we just been giving it away sometimes. So I'm just happy my teammates stayed together and believed what the coach was saying, and we just got it done. Like, it was a good stepping stone. So we just prepared for tomorrow.
Right.
Cameron, did it mean something extra because it was Howard, or it wouldn't matter what it was, you just wanted to see you play?
I'm going to answer that for him. It doesn't matter because I don't want to start no bad blood. It didn't matter. Whatever the opponent in front of us, he's just happy that we won the game. And let me say one thing. At the end of the game, I take my hat off to him. He was coaching me. I said, so-and-so go in the game. He said, no, coach. Blah, blah, blah. We won't say who it is. And he said, no, coach, we got this with the guys that we got, the 5 guys out there. He was coaching me. I said, hey, it's a good thing. But we're not going to start that because it was Howard or whoever it is. We're not going to do that.
Sada.
Cam, so today was your 15th game scoring 20 or more points. I don't know if you know that. But can you just tell me how you felt, like, you know, this skill set, your confidence tonight on the floor?
It felt good. The past 2 years we've been going out the first round, so I just been praying to God, working harder in practice, and just waiting for this game. Like, I just couldn't wait for this game. Confidence through the roof right now.
We got here. Steven.
Mr. Hobbs, you know, you had a great season this year, great game today. There's been a lot of talk about player of the year, but, you know, obviously team goals first. But just talk about, you know, just come out here and staking your claim to, you know, how you're leading your team.
Again, congrats to Blake Harper. He got player of the year. He a real good player. I'm just happy we won. The team success is always first. So as long as we win, all the other awards really don't matter. The best award is at the end of the season.
Smooth. Well said.
That's smooth. I ain't gonna lie. That's smooth.
Yes, Ed.
Talk about
That's smooth.
the second half start, especially after being down 3 at halftime.
You want the halftime version of, you want the PG version, or you want the full-fledged version of what went on at halftime?
Keep it cool. Keep it cool.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Keep it cool. Keep it cool.
PG, please.
At the end of the day, and this is the world we live in, it was win by any means necessary. That was on the board, by any means necessary. It's no tomorrow. Now it is tomorrow. So that was the moral of the story. Don't save yourself. Don't play play timid, don't play soft. Hey, leave it out there on the court, and we'll figure out tomorrow if we get there. Because we can't figure out tomorrow if we don't get there. That was the nuts and bolts of what our halftime speech was.
Titan was somebody who we hadn't seen much of coming into this game. How was he able to step up?
His defensive presence, the way he ball hawks the ball, and this is the thing, you know, we're in a situation now. We have to play guys because certain guys are not playing, they're hurt, or guys get tired. He can't play 40 minutes. I don't think. Yeah, 37. And Rob needs breaks, so we had to play him, you know, in spot minutes, and he did a heck of a job for us. I mean, he played really well in spurts for us. I didn't look at his numbers, but from the naked eye watching the game, 16 minutes, 2 for 4, you know, 6 points, no turnovers, you know, that's big. So played really well for us. We need all hands on deck, especially tomorrow.
Right here in the second row.
Coach, throughout the season, you guys have endured a lot of just moving parts. You guys have been experienced a lot. Could you speak to how the group has grown over the course of the season? A lot of adversity. Could you guys speak on
How you know we had adversity? You assuming.
I've been there.
Okay.
I've been there. I've
Well,
seen the sidelines. And
Yeah. We have about 7 guys out, all of them injured. And it's nothing else but injuries, you know, and everyone has injuries. So I don't feel sorry for us because nobody feels sorry for us. They know the saying, you know, I always tell them, look out that window. Nobody gives a damn about you. It's just us. You know, nobody out in the outside world, just the way the world is now, they don't care nothing about us. So we got to fight through it. And it's been adversity. But these guys have stuck together. Those, 10 guys we got in there, has stuck together. And, you know, I always tell them, you can't fight like this. We all got to be one fist. And one fist, when we have fists and we throw a punch, we hard to beat. We've been up against everybody in this league except South Carolina State. They have beat us pretty good both times. Everyone else we've been up on, we've beaten now, other than South Carolina State. So, you know, we just got to keep fighting. We know what's ahead of us. We know the Spartans and Norfolk State is ahead of us. And you know what? God willing, we'll be here ready fighting and sitting here tomorrow with another victory, hopefully.
In the middle here in the second row.
Coach, you talked about the adversity of playing Howard and going through the things you've gone through with them and knowing them, but having to get over the hump, Coach Hampton and everything. What did you say to your team at halftime, down 3, we're not going to deal with this? And to the players, you know, especially with you, Darren, when you played, did you feel like you had any added pressure to kind of take the game over and score the way that you did?
I'm not gonna say I had added pressure. It was just like my coach said, you got to win by any means. Will stepped it up in the second half. He started scoring, playing better defense. I stepped it up. Titan started stepping it up. Rob, everybody just stepped it up. It was. I don't feel like I had too much pressure to score. That's just how the game went.
We have a saying, and I'll say it and they'll answer it. When you fall down,
Get back up.
when we fell down, when we went down 1, we got back up. And, you know, that's part of life. You know, you're going to have trials and tribulations. You're going to have highs and lows, but you got to get back up no matter what. And it's days I tell them when we come into practice, you're going to have a bad day, but you can't have a bad effort day. And our effort tonight was really good.
Right here in the second row.
A lot of people talk about the second half, and of course we can look to the explosive shooting and the 2 guys to the left and right you had. But I noticed that in the second half you guys switched to more of like a 2-3 zone defense, and that seemed to have affected Howard's offensive rhythm. Could you speak on kind of what went into that adjustment going into the second half, and is that something we can expect to see more in the tournament as we advance?
Let me tell you about the second half. From y'all's eyes, you thought we played better in the second half. Actually, our defense was worse in the second half. They shot 47% in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. No, 37 in the first half, yes. So the moral of the story is our offense was really damn good in the second half. We shot 64% from the field in the second half. And we were 5 for 5 from three, 100% in the second half. It was more offense the second half that won the game. We score a lot of points. We're the leading scoring team in the league. We average 80 points, but we give up 81, so that's our Achilles heel. But the second half was more, if you really want to dive into it, I would love to take the credit and say our defense, oh, it was great, blah, blah, blah. Our defense wasn't great. Our defense was, what happened was, let me tell you what happened, the second half, the more of the story of the game. Second half, look at their three-point attempts. They took they took 13 three-point attempts the second half, and they made 4. Howard's offense is predicated off of making threes. And we stopped them from making threes, and that's probably the reason we won by 1 more so than 10, because we were up 10 with a minute to go, and we just, I don't want to go into that, but, I'm just happy we won. That's at the end of the day. I prayed to God we win by 1. We won by 1, and that was the thing. I said, just give us a 1-point victory. Oh, you with Morgan? Oh, okay. Thank you. My man.
Do we have any closing remarks from our players?
No, hey, I'm just happy and blessed that we're here on a happy note, because like you said, the last 2 years we've been here, and we lost about 4 years ago. We were here until we played in the championship, and that's our goal. That's been our goal. So thank y'all. Hopefully tomorrow we're in good spirits again. And Randy, good seeing you. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament postgame press conference. With us now is Howard head coach Kenny Blakeney and players Marcus Dockery, Anwar Gill, and the MEAC Player and Rookie of the Year, Blake Harper. We'll begin with opening remarks from Coach Blakeney, followed by questions from the media.
Yeah. First, I'd just like to give thanks and praise to my Lord Jesus. Without him, none of this is possible. So I thought that, I told our guys that this is what March is all about. What a college basketball game, right? What a great, great college basketball game. And, unfortunately, we were on the losing end, and tons of credit to Coach Kevin Brodus and his Morgan State team. I really thought that they were prepared to play and very resilient in how they played and competed today. Love to give all our guys an extreme amount of credit because they fought their tails off and did so underhand all year. So really grateful for the effort that they've given tonight, but grateful for the effort that they gave all year, being shorthanded and having to compete and play the way they did and position themselves for this opportunity today.
Media. Madison.
Considering just, the ups and downs throughout the season and reconfiguring this team throughout the season as well, how do you feel about this group after the effort that you speak to that they put into this game today?
Being a basketball coach for me, is about being an educator, being a teacher, being a mentor. The thing that we talked about afterwards was the growth that our guys had. Adversity can bring a lot of different emotions to a group, and it can connect a group and it can disconnect a group. And today I thought our group was as connected as it could be and has been all year, and it gave us an opportunity to win this game tonight. So I love the growth that our group had and the way that they've matured throughout the season, and I think it's only going to carry over for where they go in the future. So really excited to see, everybody path and journey once they leave here.
Right.
Coach, just to talk about what Marcus has meant to your program, one of the biggest biggest shots in program history, and what it's like been coaching him, knowing he's been banged up throughout the season, but it's fought all year and led his team.
Again, it's about growth for me. We're an incubator of young black excellence. Our university is, we call it the Dream Factory. And for me, watching Marcus has been a little bit of a dream. You know, I saw him tons when he played with DC Premier. The different high schools from Roosevelt, O'Connell, Brewster. Where else you go?
You missed Bishop Ireton my freshman year.
Bishop Ireton, to the University of Maryland and to Howard. And to understand where he started, when he arrived at campus, and to see him become a young, articulate, smart, loving, well-thought person that's going to leave Howard with a Howard degree gives me chills and goosebumps. He's been in the community. He's been front and center in our program. I thought he had almost the second biggest shot in the history of our program today when he put us up one, coming back from a deficit, a double-digit deficit. So, you know, I love this young man, and I love who he is. I love his family. He's got a village that has really surrounded him in a way that it fostered him with love and encouragement to push him to this point here, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen for him in the future.
Steven.
Coach, talk about Blake. Do you feel like there was any extra pressure on him externally that you guys are worried about winning the Player of the Year and everything? And then for Blake, just talk about, you know, coming in and really kind of putting the team back on your back and keying that run late.
You want to start?
Nah, you got it, coach.
You got it.
I mean, really just going down the stretch. I mean, it was no room for let up. I mean, the season was on the ends. I mean, just trying to do anything to make my team win. You know, my teammates was finding me in the right spots, and I was able to execute. But you know, we came up short. Really just try to get anything to work. You know, they was guarding me tight, Morgan State, you know, had a great scout on me. But, I mean, I really just think that, you know, our ability to, you know, execute plays down the stretch and, you know, rebound, finish our possession on the defensive end, I really think that's what hurt us, you know, in the long run. But, you know, I'm really proud of my guys. You know, I've been so grateful to be a part of this team this season. And, you know, I mean, I know, Coach, you're going to talk about it, but I'm not really worried about the outside noise about the Player of the Year. It's like I worked my tail off all season, and you know, that's what came with it. But, you know, tonight I just wanted to come out here and win, but we came up short. I'm so proud of my guys, though. That's all.
I think for me, it's the character of who he is huge. You know, when you talk about how all the things that he's accomplished on the court, the type of young man that he is allows him the opportunity to be able to do that. His nuclear household family, right? The way that his loving family raised him, the love and support that the community gives him, the love and support that the DC gives him. You know, I always talk about, like, watched him handle things that were very challenging in his life the right way. But he's also handled success the right way. And going from a person that was undervalued and underlooked the majority of his life in the basketball space to having everything that he's worked his butt off and positioned himself for, he's never changed. So that's a great testament to the people in his life that have supported him, raised him, loved him, and guided him the right way. And he's, to his credit, accepted all of those things and is a wonderful young man.
Over here.
Yeah, my relationship with Cam goes back to when I was a volunteer coach at Columbia, and I recruited him out of high school to attend Columbia. Never had a chance to coach him, but always knew that he was talented, and didn't really follow him when he was at Columbia, but also, just knew that he was around. We had Columbia young men on our team, so we're always talking, around Columbia basketball and different things like that. And then when, we were looking at our team and trying to put it together with the right pieces, we lost a lot of perimeter shooting last year, and felt like his ability to really stretch the defense and shoot the ball was something that we thought could really help us. And I think he thrived in that opportunity, and, had a chance to position themselves and play well to be a part of the third team, all MEAC team. So, wonderful young kid, young man. He's going to be a doctor one day. Has all of the right things about him that you want in a student athlete, and excited to see his journey and his path, because he's going to do some special things.
Madison.
Blake, after being named Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, what could you kind of say to your team and your coach in your first year at Howard? How can you kind of describe those emotions and the support that they've given you?
Man, Howard's really just given me the opportunity to showcase who I am as a person and as a basketball player. Coach KB was the first person to, believe in me. Offered me to my face. One of 4 offers, and I took it. I committed my senior year in November. I was quick. I knew this where I wanted to be at. And just Howard as a community just really just giving me an opportunity to have an outlet to showcase my emotions, how hard I work, and just from the coaching staff to the players, like, it's such a special group that nobody out on the outside really gets to see. We work so hard day in, day out, and a lot of sacrifices, and fought through adversity all season. Nobody really believed in us when, our preseason player of the year went down, and I still feel like we broke the barriers for sure. And personally, I feel like nobody believed in me, just coming in here other than, the Howard University circle, especially this man on my right. And it really took me in when I was a chubby senior, not really having no experience playing, just on this big of a stage. And I trusted him, and he got me where I'm at now. And I'm just forever grateful for the coaching staff and the program.
Second row.
This question for Marcus. Could you just speak on, kind of reflect on this season and what Howard has meant to you going forward in the last few years?
This season has definitely been one of the more harder seasons for me in terms of just mentally and physically, but day in and day out, just being able to, as Coach says all the time, scratch, fight, and claw. That's the best way to go to see it through. And I feel like Howard in a total has been life-changing and a blessing, and one of those blessings that you can't really put into words and to describe how much it means, other than to just give back. And so I'm really grateful for the 3 years here and the 2 championships, and even for the way that this season went, because everything happens for a reason, and God doesn't put you in places that you can't handle. And so I know that with everything that I've gone through in my 3 years here, that I'll be able to handle stuff in my future, and I'm very thankful and appreciative for that.
One more.
Marcus, if you could just talk about the belief that this team had in each other, and obviously continue.
The belief is established in the work, if that makes sense. So you can't believe in yourself without knowing how hard you've been able to work. And we work extremely hard. And every single day, practice is literally a gauntlet. It's hard. And you have to be able to persevere internally and to externally be able to physically put in that work. And so I believe that, with hard work, like I said in my previous message, that you'll be able to endure everything that, we do here. And so, like I said before, I'm grateful.
Do we have any final closing remarks from our players?
Anwar.
Let's hear from you.
Honestly, we didn't get the obviously we didn't get the result we wanted, but I'm just proud of the way we fought. Especially our season has been up and down. I mean, we went through injuries, struggles, mental struggles, physical struggles. We went through it all, and I'm just glad that we all came together and fought for one another. We stayed together. That's what Coach preaches, connectivity. And I feel like our last, which I just seen, was the most connected we've been all year. And the connectivity came from, like Marcus said, the practices, the 7 a.m.s, getting up, the hard work, the running, the camaraderie off the court, the weight sessions, everything. So, I mean, we didn't get the result we wanted, but I'm proud of the way we fought, and I'm proud of the way our guys fought through adversity. That game was an extremely tough game. It was an amazing game, but it was a tough game for us mentally.
Blake, Marcus, any closing thoughts?
I'm just grateful, to be able to be on this stage here, talking to you guys, to play basketball, to be able to say that, I played for the Howard University, won 2 championships, and played for a coach who will go down in the history books as one of the best coaches to coach at Howard University, and to be able to say that I was able to play for him. So, and to be able to play with these 2 boys right here. We're all from DC, all 3 of us here, and the way that we are being able to stay connected and for things to go into a full circle like this is amazing. So just a small thing. So my sophomore year championship game was actually played at Howard. So it's crazy, and to be able to all be full circle. So, I love everyone here that's at this table, and I'm grateful for you guys.
I mean, this season really just been ups and downs. For me personally, just a lot of personal growth. And I remember, like, one of the first practices, Coach KB pulled me to the side and said, you got to be able to receive your blessings. And I really just been keeping that in my mind throughout the whole season for real. And just to see our team fight, and never really give up, never pay attention to anybody who was talking bad about us, never pay attention to everybody talking good about us. And we believed in ourselves, and we really just was a close, tight-knit group who believed in everybody in that circle every day after practice. And I want to say on a personal note that, myself, the coaches believing in myself from being a towel boy.
Couldn't even pick up a basketball for like 2 months.
Coming in at Howard, being a towel boy and then finishing out a team captain. I mean, this will never be this was a legendary ride, and I'll never forget it for sure. I mean, it really just started with belief, with Coach Ty, Coach KB, believing in me. And I'll never forget these guys. This is my favorite team I ever played on. And just kind of just being able to recap the season in my mind with all the memories, all the road trips, all the flights we taken in the hotels. I mean, I'm just so proud of my guys, and I do it again, and I do it again in a heartbeat. And I'm just so proud of my guys, and just being able to be from DC and play under a coach from DC, under assistant coach from DC, everybody up here from DC. So it means just something special.
We're proud of y'all too. And that closes out this post-game press conference. Thank you all.